Hello, everybody. This is Techegy Podcast, and this is Play or Nay Secret Service. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Techegy Podcast, Play or Nay. Tonight, we are going to review the game Secret Service, which came out in 2008 for the original Xbox, PlayStation 2, and PC. This game right here typically got very unfavorable reviews. So we wanted to take another look at it and give you our take all these years later. So with that, JC, what you want to start it out?
Yeah, sure. When did it come out? It's almost 20 years.
Yeah, 2008. So what is it? 18 years?
4 years. Yeah. So you mentioned you said the original Xbox. It was the 360, right?
Was it the 360?
I'm pretty sure it was the 360.
Oh, it was. Sorry.
Yeah,
it was.
I just wanted to clarify. I didn't. No. I didn't know if it was like some of the games they still were releasing on the Xbox, but I thought that was a little late in the console's life.
Yeah, it was.
Even for the 360, because the 360 was not brand new, but had just come out then. Anyways. So let me talk about Secret Service because it's a game that I played, and I love the beginning of this game because you start off at the Lincoln Monument, they drop you straight in, and they're like, all right, go meet with the president's detail, and you have no idea, you're stuck in like this little triangle space until you figure out you can jump over and go under that barricade, and then go over to the left and move the barricade and go meet them. But it kicks off really. It goes from 0 to 1,000. You're just chilling. You're with the I almost dropped an F-bomb. You're with the Secret Service's entourage, the POTUS's entourage, and next thing you know, these dudes just start blasting out of nowhere. There's like, was it like an insider thing, I think, at first, because like the one dude was like a Secret Service dude. He shoots the other guy, and then it goes to like this thing where it's all like grid, and it shows you like what's happening, and it's like, ooh, this dude's injured and POTUS is hit, and we gotta retreat to the Lincoln Memorial. So everybody runs back to the Lincoln Memorial, and then there's just waves and waves of dudes coming at you. And honestly, I think that's kind of indicative of the whole game, because the whole game is kind of like that. Like, there's a couple parts where, like, after that, you are like taking out the snipers that have the RPGs that shot down the helicopter. But everything just seems like it's kind of like a wave game. Like, you do a couple things, you follow these guys, and then you shoot some waves of enemies that come at you. What I did like, I just thought it was over the top funny. Like, just how ridiculous it is. Like, what are the chances there would be waves and waves of terrorists coming at you at the Lincoln Memorial? And you know what? The Lincoln Memorial and the pool and the lawn going out to the Washington Monument, it looked good.
It did.
I thought it looked
really good.
For anyone that's been there, especially if you've been there during inauguration, it was set up like what you would expect at an inauguration, minus the bulletproof glass and apparently stopping waves and waves of terrorists.
Yep.
I like when you kill some of the guys that go spinning in the air.
Yeah. What I was having fun doing at some point after I'd played it for a few hours. I did not beat this one, I will admit that. But after I'd played it for a few hours, I started just going around tasing everybody.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and you'd tase them, and they'd fall to the ground, and then like 2 seconds later, they would just disappear. And the funniest thing was at the end of the first mission, well, almost the end, when the waves at the Lincoln Memorial stop, and you look around, there's just like 40 dead Secret Service guys all around you, and there's no enemies dead because they've all evaporated in the thin air. So I think it's kind of like an arcadey shooter thing. I think there was a really good idea with this game. I think they had something, they just didn't execute it properly, as Activision sometimes did, especially during this time period. Activision was not well known for maybe their biggest hits at this time. The one thing that you know it's an Activision game is when you go in at the beginning and you open up the menu and it's just a cluster F of settings and options and play, start new game. Like, go play any of the Activision James Bond's games from that time, and they're exactly the same. Like, you move your selector and you don't even know where it's at because there's so much stuff on the screen. The gunplay was okay.
Yeah.
Some of the guns were super bouncy and the spread on them was not that great. Some of the guns were a little bit better. But I did find myself that I would be like firing off like 20 rounds to kill an enemy, just because the bounce on the gun. And then you take like one or two bullets and now your screen's completely blurry and you can't tell what's going on. So you have to like duck behind something and hide. So I guess I'll stop talking before I give away literally everything about the game. I'm going to give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. If you download and install it on the PC and it's free, there's actually a patch that somebody made that fixes a lot of the well, I shouldn't say fixes. It makes some of the issues better and easier to accommodate. I'll give it a thumbs up for that. If you're going to pay for it on eBay, where the game's going for like $30 or $40, I can't justify 30 or 40 bucks for it. So a thumbs up if you download and install it for free. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna thumbs down if you have to pay for it.
I think M2 actually paid like $12 for it for the Xbox 360.
Yeah,
So,
well, I was looking at the prices about a week or two ago because I wanted to buy a copy because I try to buy an actual physical copy of every game that we talk about on here, but I wasn't paying. They were up around 30 or 40
yeah,
bucks.
it's not. It was 30 new. I want to say it was cheap new. It wasn't very.
It was one of those Activision budget titles for sure.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, it had potential to be something better.
It really did. It really
Yeah.
did.
I don't know. Whoever wants to go next.
I'll let MC go next.
All right. I thought production value in the beginning was really good. I mean, they had the all the movie in the beginning and the story in the beginning. I thought that was done really well. And just like John said, you get into the action there where you're there and you got to get out of that little boxed in van cage thing and crawl under stuff and all that. But what I didn't like is once, like you said, once you got to the steps and all the guys come out, I was finding myself where you're shooting, and some guys you could shoot and kill them with like 2 bullets, and other guys I could put 2 clips of bullets into them and never kill them, and they'd end up killing me. So if they would have just fixed like you shooting them and actually, I mean, I know I'd sight them in. In fact, I'd run right up to them and shoot them 20, 30 times and they still wouldn't die. I mean, it seemed like some of the guys, if you shot at them, you could easily kill them. Other ones you couldn't. You know what I mean? I don't know. That was the bug of the game, I thought. But everything looked good. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel you, MC.
Yeah, he's really choked up about the game.
Yeah, I mean, it just took his breath away, apparently.
So,
MM, what'd you think about it?
I think we'll go to me. I mean, it obviously left him astonished. I actually bought this game back when it came out. That was back when I was, and again, you pointed out 360 versus original, but I used to buy like any game that came out that looked interesting at that point. And this game right here did not disappoint. I mean, my son is was very young at the time. And it was the kind of no-brain shooter, kind of almost like a rail shooter from the standpoint of, you went through a certain mission, you completed it, you went to the next one. It wasn't open world. So it was very linear in how it played. The the idea of, almost like a White House down, like almost Olympus has fallen before those movies actually came out.
It was like, yeah,
it was like those movies, and I want to say it was before those movies actually came out. I'd have to go look at the dates, but it reminded me of that, looking back at it today when I went and looked at the PC version. I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't think it was, at that time, again, looking at it as a budget title. If I would have paid $60 or $50 for it, I wouldn't have been very happy with it. But for $20 or $30, which is what I think I probably paid for it at the time, it was a lot of fun. It was, you look at the historical areas, you're that great Secret Service guy. It kind of reminded you a little, of GoldenEye and some of those James Bond movies. Not really GoldenEye, but
Activision did make those James Bond games too.
They didn't make GoldenEye though. Rare did.
They did not. No, they did not make GoldenEye.
Right, but the ones that weren't as good, they did. So that there kind of makes sense.
I don't remember the game. I don't remember I'll have to look it up, so I'm not going to talk about it. But there's a very good one I played on the GameCube, and I think a lot of people will even say that it's better than GoldenEye. I'm pretty sure it was an Activision James Bond, but I'll have to double check. Anyways,
that may have been the one with Connery on the cover. There was one that was with Connery.
This was Bronson on the cover.
Bronson?
For sure, yeah.
Maybe
You're giving it a thumbs up at
I'm giving
budget?
it a thumbs up. Yeah, as a budget game. If you can pick it up for the Xbox, it's free for the PC. It's abandonware. You can go get it for free.
Yeah.
It's a fun game for free.
And there's a patch for it too.
But if you can get it for the Xbox, you're a console person, and you can get it under like $15, I think it's worth it. I think, again, leave brain at door, open up your 12-pack and just
Play.
Go into it knowing it's like a B movie. It's not an A title.
Right.
So,
MC, you got caught off. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
That was weird. It just cut me out and then it asked me to rejoin.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyways, go. What are your final thoughts on this game?
If it's broken on the Xbox or whatever, like it is on the PC, now I didn't put the patch in, I would say no, but for free, yes. I wouldn't pay money for it, being broken like that. But if for free, it's definitely funny. Some of the stuff, the guys, when you shoot them flying off in the air, and just the quality. I mean, it's actually a quality game, other than the glitches it has.
It's a quality game other than the glitches.
It's a quality game other than it's broken.
Well, I mean, the graphics.
It's a great game.
Wait, but the graphics are good. The guns are kind of cool. The whole story is kind of cool. It's just the gun, the accuracy of the guns and killing the guys is kind of, I don't know. There's something messed up there. You could tell. You know what I mean? It's just there's some accuracy problem or it detecting you shooting the guys. Because if I can run right up to you in your face and shoot you 100 times, you should drop over.
Well, that's definitely what it was. Like I think like half the bullets were just missing, especially a lot of the guns, the automatic weapons, or the outside of like the pistols and that, they definitely had like a bounce. Like your guys like shooting like.
It does, but you have a scope, and when you put the scope right on the guy, the X is on his head. You should.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with the scoped guns so much, but. I told you after a while, I just started going in and tasing everybody.
Yeah, no, I didn't really do too much of that, but no, I mean,
so
it had potential.
Overall, everything in consideration, no ifs, ands, or buts. Are you a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
I'm down for money.
Okay, so we got 2 up and 1 down.
Free, I'm up, but money, I'm
it's
down.
not very, I like it because only occasionally do we ever all do a thumbs up. I think we've only done it like once or twice, one time maybe.
Barbie Horse Adventure. No.
Barbie Horse Adventure.
Well, Mike, you saw it on the Xbox. Did it have that kind of issue or not?
Oh no, it was definitely, it felt a little unfinished. It felt like a budget title. It really
felt like they didn't finish it. That's what it felt.
It really felt like a $20 or $30 game, which at the time, those were always welcome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, again,
check it out for yourself if you
Yeah.
want. Right?
I mean, it's free on PC. Definitely check it out.
Free on PC. Maybe be careful with the prices on eBay. But this has been Techegy Podcast with Player Nay. Secret Service, 2 thumbs up, 1 down. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you soon.